What's up guys, Brendan Hancock here with another episode of Evanston Subaru Today, and today we have brought along the all-new 2021 Subaru Crosstrek Sport. We've certainly been very excited for this car to launch, and I know a lot of you guys are out there thinking that this might be the Crosstrek for you. Now, before you go out and buy, I definitely suggest watching this video because today we're going to talk about 5 things I absolutely love about this car and a few things I think could use some improvement. So let's go take it out for a spin. So reason number 1 that I absolutely love the 2021 Subaru Crosstrek Sport is its overall rugged appearance. Now, the Subaru Crosstrek has really kind of always been one of our more sporty, rugged looking cars, but I definitely think they've done a great job with the 2021 Sport specifically. So they have this all new wheel design in the gunmetal gray that definitely gives it a nice, they're nice accents to have, especially since we also have the gunmetal gray side mirrors up here. And one of the things I love about the Crosstrek is all the cladding that it has on it. So a lot of cars, you look at like a Nissan Xterra, that's a car you take off-road. And you look at the front bumper, the rear bumper, the bottoms of those are plastic. And the reason for that is because if you take it off-road and you scratch that kind of stuff, it's so much cheaper to replace parts like that than ones that actually have to be painted. So I definitely love that they do that. It kind of goes all throughout. So we have the bottom here where your rock rails essentially are. You have the cladding here and in the front and back. So overall, great design. It's still the same body style, so they haven't changed everything. This is kind of a mid-year refresh. And then of course they've added this trim level. But and then as always, you will have the rails up here as well. So overall, just a rugged, sporty design. Great car for in the city, given its size too. So reason number 2 that I absolutely love the Subaru Crosstrek Sport is this all-new StarTex interior. Now this is exclusive to the Crosstrek Sport, but it kind of has a leather sort of look and feel to it. I personally think it's a little bit softer than the actual leather that we have on the limited trim level, and I actually do think it's more comfortable. But some of the benefits that you get from it is 1, it's never going to crack like real leather does. It also looks a little bit sportier, and the main benefit of it is it is super, super water resistant. So if you have pets or you're going kayaking or you have kids on the swim team, things like that, anything where you're gonna get things in the car wet, this is gonna be the best material that we have to offer on the Crosstrek. So the Sport's definitely, for people like that, gonna be a great option for you. So reason number 3 I absolutely love the Crosstrek Sport is the 8.7 inches of ground clearance that it has, in addition to its all-wheel drive system, making this vehicle extremely capable in both snow and light off-roading. So this is a really good car for people that live in cities, especially cities that get a lot of snow. Because with that 8.7 inches of ground clearance, you're gonna be able to get through the really, really deep stuff, and with that all-wheel drive system, it just makes it that much easier. So reason number 4 that I absolutely love the Subaru Crosstrek Sport is that it has X mode. And not just any X mode, it has the dual purpose X mode. So X mode's an off-roading mode, and you can use it for a variety of purposes. You can use it for going up or down steep, rocky, bumpy roads to a cabin, campsite, trailhead, things like that. Or you can use it to get unstuck from really deep snow. Now, exclusive to the Crosstrek Sport, you actually have dual X mode. So if I push it once, it's gonna put it into what's called snow and dirt mode. If I push it again, it's gonna put it into deep snow and mud mode. So based on the conditions that you're driving in, you can use either of those. And if I push it one more time, that just goes back into regular mode. So what X mode actually does is it has a throttle control management system that prevents slippage and sends power to the wheels with more traction. On downhills, it has a feature called hill descent control where it uses the traction and stability control to brake for you. So you're not even touching the brakes, it's just doing it for you. Now the only difference between really snow and dirt and deep snow and mud is that deep snow and mud mode is also going to automatically turn off your traction control. And what traction control does is if it senses any type of slippage on a tire, it's going to apply pressure to the brake on that wheel. And that's good in 99.9% of the circumstances. But in a foot of snow, none of your tires have traction. So all your tires are just going to go slip brake, slip brake, slip brake. You're not going to go anywhere. So you turn that off. Some of the wheels can spin a little bit. Some of them will get more traction than others. X mode will send more of the power to those wheels while controlling your throttle. So in addition to the ground clearance, all-wheel drive system, and X mode, this thing can go through like knee-high deep snow without a problem. Reason number 5 that I absolutely love the Subaru Crosstrek Sport, standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Is that Waze on my screen? I think it is. First thing that I don't exactly like or feel could be improved with the Subaru Crosstrek is I'd really like to see the built-in You know, I know they have the rails built in here, but I'd really like to see the built-in crossbars as well, like we have on the Outback. Now, currently the Outback is the only car the Subaru has that, and I've, you know, if you saw the old, Subaru Ascent video that I did, I said I wanted them on that car too. I really want them on all the cars, honestly. I think they look great and they're super practical. But basically, if you guys aren't familiar with how they work, they're a little bit thicker on the Outback, and what they do is they have the actual crossbars built in. So when you're not using them, they store into these rails, and then you can just pull them up, swivel it across, and they lock into place. And you have the ability to adjust them, you know, closer together or farther apart. So, with this, you have to buy the crossbars. So I really wish that they had that. I think that people that are gonna use the Crosstrek are just as likely, if not more likely, to actually put things on top. And I think it looks way cooler. So that's definitely something I'd like to see in the future. Now, the second thing that I would really like to see on the Crosstrek Sport is a power driver's seat. I mean, the only one that has it right now is the limited trim level. So, I mean, you know, it's obviously not all of them are gonna have it. I wouldn't expect it on one of the lower pricing vehicles to be a standard feature by any means, but especially, you know, this is the lower of the two option packages for the Sport. There's another one that gives you things like a moonroof and stuff like that. So I guess maybe, you know, at least include it on that other one, because you're pushing, you know, almost $30,000 on that upper trim level. This one's closer to 28, but you'd think at that price point that you would have a power driver's seat. Now, if you're not driving, it's not that this is difficult to adjust. I mean, you have your forward and backward here. You can still adjust the height, you know, quite a bit, push down, and then you have your forward and backward here. I mean, the seat is very comfortable. I just think it's something in that price point that people would expect to see, at least on that higher trim, you know, option package of the Sport. So the third thing that I would say that I wish we had, I've been driving this around with the new engine for a little bit now, and I love it. I certainly love it. What I do wish is that we would be able to get a manual transmission with this larger engine. I think, you know, a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot. I mean, I know that the manual is dying, and Subaru, thank you for at least keeping it around on some of our cars. We thank you for that. But I do wish that it was an option to have the manual with the Sport. I think that anyone that would get a manual transmission is probably likely to want the Sport. And if, you know, maybe we had to make it, from the factory order only option, you know, that would make total sense. But I think that now this really has enough, you know, horsepower and kick that it would be really fun to drive with a stick shift. So that's definitely something that I wish was there. I understand why Subaru isn't doing it. I get it. It's sad. I mean, electric cars are outselling manual cars now for the first time in history. So I get it. I personally wish that we had that. So the fourth thing that I really wish we had, obviously I said I want the manual, and I've been talking about how much I love this engine, and I do. I think it's great. It's so smooth. It's awesome. I just wish that we had a turbo option. I mean, we have this beautiful engine in the Subaru WRX. It's fantastic. My guess, they might be refining it a little bit, you know, for the 2021 WRX, but I wish there was just a high performance option available. I think, I told Subaru this a long time ago. I said, you need to make a Subaru Crosstrek, and you call it the Subaru XVR. Yep, that's right. Quote me there. Bring it back. You know, you're going to bring back the XV. I know it's been gone for a while. It's still be on the Crosstreks, you know, global platform and everything. You would do it in like a couple of color options. You already have, you know, the Sport packages available that you can get, you know, where you get those STI, you know, 15-spoke rally kind of style wheels. You already have the spoiler. You have the shift knob already. It all works together. And you just go ahead and toss in that little WRX engine right there. Only comes in a manual. All right, that's probably unrealistic. But there's a manual option. You've got 268 horsepower. It's super fast. Maybe you drop it like an inch, you know. Drop it like an inch, a half an inch, you know, make it a little more sporty, a little less off-roady. You know, give it a short throw shifter, performance exhaust. I think it would all fit. I just want to see it. Give me a turbo Crosstrek. I mean, this is nice. The 2.5 is nice. I like it. It is fun. I think people are gonna be very happy with it. But just give me that turbocharged WRX XVR. Please, Subaru, please. thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys found this to be helpful. Now, for more helpful videos like this, subscribe to our channel. And if you liked this video specifically, make sure to give us a like below. Now, to check out our most current inventory for both new and used Subarus, visit our website at evanstonsubaru.com. Until next time, see you later.